Introvert meets extrovert. A shy introverted girl never expected to find love with someone so different from herself until she met Daniel, her complete opposite. Tracy never thought she could have her own love story, let alone with someone so different from her. She was a shy introverted girl who always keeps to herself. She had always preferred reading books to going out and socializing. But then one day she met him. Daniel was the complete opposite. He was outgoing, confident, and had a contagious energy that drew people towards him. Tracy first saw him at a party she was reluctantly attending. She was standing by the wall, quietly sipping her drinks and trying to blend in with the background when he came over and conversed with her. Tracy was surprised by how easy it was to talk to him. He had a way of making feel comfortable and at ease, even though she was very nervous at that moment. Soon Tracy found herself talking about everything under the sun, from her favorite books to thrive in their dreams for the future. Over the next few weeks, they started spending time together. Daniel would take her to parties and introduce her to his friends, and Tracy will take him to quiet coffee shop where they would talk and read together. Soon they realized they had more in common than it seems like initially. Tracy didn't want to admit to how quickly she found herself falling head over heels for him. She loved his enthusiasm for life and his ability to make even the most mundane activities seem exciting. He brought out a side of her she didn't know existed, and despite her reservations about opening up, she found herself sharing her deepest thought and fears with him. One day, Daniel took Tracy on a surprise date to a bookstore. He knew who her favorite author was from their many conversations. So he has gone out of his way to tack down an event during which her favorite author was signing copies of one of her latest books. As they reached the author's table, Daniel asked the lady if she would write something along with her signature on the books they were about to buy. The lady got curious and agreed. Daniel handed her a note which she read and smiled broadly at. After she wrote what was written on the note down, Daniel let Tracy see it. The first page read, "Dear Tracy, will you marry Daniel and make him the happiest person in the world?" Tracy felt weak in her knees as she hugged Daniel and cried happy tears. Later that evening, he looked at her with his bright eyes and his infectious smiles and told her that he had never loved anyone more. And for the first time in life, Tracy said, "I love you," back to a person. Unbelievably, her romantic story was getting written. Now, a decade later, the two very different people were still together. They learned to balance and embrace their differences. Daniel still loved going out and meeting new people, but he always made sure to include her and respect her need for alone time. And Tracy learned to step out of her comfort zone and enjoy the excitement and adventure that life had to offer. Tracy always thought that a shy introvert like her would never find love, but Daniel showed her how together their love spoke loudly.